Hi there everybody, Grant from Superhero Movie Review Time, and yeah, I'm bending the rules a little bit with this short review because this is not a comic book movie, but my god, it needs to be reported on. The film The Disaster Artist is based on a 2003 cult hit film, The Room. Oh, it's bad. It is awful. It is directed, written, produced and starred by my own personal Jesus Christ, Tommy Wiseau. The guy is fucking mad. He's got to be mad to make this kind of film. I highly recommend anybody about to go see The Disaster Artist, try and watch The Room first so you know what you're getting yourself into, because a lot of these jokes I can imagine are going to fall flat. So I'm going to head off in about an hour's time, watch it, and I'll come back with my findings. So take care now. Oh boy. So, that was The Disaster Artist, and so let me give you a bit of a backstory on this one. Basically, my friend Damien, who actually does the outro music to my show, introduced me to Nostalgia Critic, who, you know, inspired S.M.R.T. So I kind of felt it was necessary that I do a non-spoiler review of The Disaster Artist. I know it's not a comic book, but it had to be done. And I remember sitting there watching Nostalgia Critic's review of The Room and thinking, how? Just how has anyone made this sort of movie? It's awful. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know it's bad and I know it's horrendous, but you have to watch it to understand what I'm talking about. You really do. Because it's insane. It is absolute insanity. And without giving too much away, The Disaster Artist basically is the film that shows you the behind the scenes. You know, it shows you how they made the film, how they come to making the film, and it was pretty bad. In the sense of, the opening 20 minutes was slow and dead, and honestly I'm sitting there going, great, one of these films sort of thing, I'm not a fan already. And then they start making the actual film, and that's where the laughs come from, because it's okayish actors trying to be bad actors, and that is brilliant. And then you get the actual source material from The Room, and it's horrific. Honestly, I highly recommend either watching The Room before seeing it, or actually going to Nostalgia Critics channel Awesome and watching his review of The Room, just to get a sense of what I'm talking about, because I don't want to spoil too much for you. Although, if you don't watch The Room before going in there, you're damn me badly, sir! And if you've seen The Room, you understand that reference, because that's the level of acting we get. It's so bad. As for the actual jokes in the movie, they're fun. And I went to go see it with a couple of guys, you know, Carl, Joe and Brad. And Carl and Joel have actually seen The Room with me, so we got all of the jokes. We understood everything. Brad, on the other hand, who actually does the intro music to my show, had never seen The Room. He still laughed and still found it enjoyable, but a few of them may have flown over his head. In fact, I'm actually going to put a link in the description of his show, Ask Me Anything. And literally, guys, ask him anything, because he's got no filter. He'll answer anything you've got. Dirty, depraved, or even curiosity, he'll answer. As for the actual film, The Disaster Artist, I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10. It's definitely one of those you can happily sit down and watch it with a group of guys, have a few beers. And when it comes out on DVD, I wouldn't say it's really cinema worthy. Still alright though. The best thing though has got to go to James Franco's performance as Tommy Wiseau. Flawless. Honestly, from the lazy eye to the inflection of the unknown origin accent, it's incredible. Absolutely phenomenal. And Franco knocks it out of the park. I'm not a fan of his younger brother, who's also in the film as the secondary main character. But when he's playing a bad actor, he does a very good job. It's very much second nature. And the fucker did ruin Scrubs, so I kind of have that against him too. That's pretty much it. Once again, I just highly recommend watching The Room and having a sense of what it's about before watching The Disaster Artist. And that will be it for my review. Have a lovely Christmas, guys, and I will see you in the new year when the actual review of Spider-Man will be coming out. Take care now.